Welcome to The Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to The Actor's Choice. Roll it, Tony.
You're pretty backed up, so we're invoking the goddess to help heal some of these people.
Well, we practice medicine here, not witchcraft.
Cleansing, powerful, healing.
Let's say these belong to a certain someone I had my eye on. Could use them to make a love potion.
It's possible.
I think I need to put my phone
It's also
aside.
possible I could find your ring.
A ring? Mm-hmm. How did you know about that?
Ladies and gentlemen, the work that you just saw our first guest has done includes television, film, theater, animation, and commercials. She was nominated for an NAACP Theater Award for her role as Tanya in August Wilson's King Hedley III, and was considered for an Emmy nomination for her work in Flight 93 as Lisa Jefferson. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome veteran actor Monnae Michell. Greetings, Monnae, and welcome to The Actor's Choice.
Good morning. Thank you.
Lady, you do have a resume. 61 IMDb credits. Not bad. Not bad. Please tell. Oh, yes, yeah, they got them right now. You got to fight like hell. For some odd reason, I have a little problem with IMDb right now. The numbers are not catching up. I don't know what it is. We're a little bit behind, but there's some things going on. But anyway, please tell our audience, where were you born at?
Where was I born? New York City. Well,
That's what I want to get out.
Born in Brooklyn.
Look at
Born
that.
in Brooklyn, but raised in Harlem.
No, raised in Harlem.
Yes, sir.
You and I just became instant friends. You know why?
Yes.
I was born in Harlem Hospital. I was raised in Harlem. Yes.
Wow.
Bobby Womack says cross 110th Street. She'll know.
Wow.
Yes, indeed.
That's wonderful.
Wow. What made you get into acting, madam?
Well, I think it was in my genes. My mom was a singer.
Okay.
And I was a singer first, actually. That's how I made my debut into performing and into being a professional, actually. And so I got into acting, actually, when my voice put me through some changes, and I decided to just put all my energy into acting. Actually, I was doing singing, mostly. Musical theater, I was trained classically. I got in the car, traveled to LA, and decided to put everything into acting, and people were like trying to find me, like, what, you don't sing anymore, what's going on? So I started as a singer, and I put I'm a storyteller.
I see that.
So I was definitely
right
a storyteller as a singer. So
yes. You attended the Lee Strasberg Institute through NYU, New York University.
I did. I loved my time there. Yeah.
Good school.
Yeah, it was wonderful school. A lot of people there. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but a lot of famous people were in my class below me or above me. It's not. I can't. I'll think of it as we go along. But yeah, it was a wonderful school.
Got you. Now, after all this training you got, you then began your career in musical theater. Question: why musical theater?
Because I was a singer and I was a storyteller, and that was my milieu in high school. You know, I was the quote unquote star of all the musicals, and so that's where I was comfortable. I started with a cabaret act, one woman show in New York City. Bob Harrington, when he was alive, gave me. I won an award. What's the name of that award? I don't remember. It's been a long time ago, like over 30 years ago. So
the Bistro Award, the Bistro Award.
Yes, the Bistro Awards. Thank you. I won the Bistro Award. Yeah.
All right. Obviously, you had your mind on Broadway.
Yeah, that's still my bucket list.
People, us New Yorkers, we know what it's like on Broadway. You walk down there, you see the bird up on the statue for the old pastor there. You got to get your hot dog, mustard on it, all that sauerkraut, all that good stuff,
right.
pretzels, all that stuff. Right. And you stand there and you just absorbed up with all the good stuff that's around you. Actors, Broadway.
Absolutely.
They write stories about Broadway.
It's in the air.
In the air, thank you. In the air.
Absolutely.
In the air. My goodness. So let me ask you the question. What is it about Broadway that most actors and actresses want to be there?
Well, I think it's the live audience. It's the caliber of material that will get you to Broadway. So there's going to be something good. Like if you're on Broadway, then it's something that is of worth to see and to be in. But it's the immediacy of the audience, of the excellence of the director, producer, the cast, the audience. Everyone's at their best, and it's just a divine experience, I've been told, and what I've experienced as an audience member. So,
got you. You've had your own one-woman show, I'm told. It was presented in various New York City clubs. Can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, I was coming right out of high school, basically, a very young woman, and I was with a wonderful coach named Patrick Brady, who is on Broadway now as pianist and arranger for many shows. But that was my forte. I was a storyteller through song, and so I loved doing cabaret shows, one-woman shows. Got to be funny, got to be sad, got to be silly, got to show off my pipes at the time. It was great.
What does your mother and father think, and family, friends? What do they think about what you do?
Oh, well, my mom has been my best supporter forever. My dad, before he died, was able to see me perform. So he didn't know what I was about, but he was able to see me perform before he passed. They're all rooting for me. I'm the first one of talented people who have been able to get this far. So,
got you. You've taught creative improvisational workshops for children ages 6 through 17.
Yes.
Is this for possible children roles for them, or future roles, or both?
Well, this was during my high school years myself.
Okay.
And I was teaching in camp. So it was just a wonderful opportunity. I used to, whenever I would do regional theater around the country, I would find a school, and I would go and volunteer my time with the babies so that they could find their creative expression. Children of the world. So
interesting. Around 1996, you came here to Hollywood.
Help. Yeah.
Help, Cecil, help. I'm coming, Beanie Boy.
Yes.
What was it like for you?
It was amazing. I drove here from New York City. I got in my Toyota Camry and I packed it high, and I moved here. The first experience, though, I was flown here for a pilot. I'm just gonna take off my glasses since I really don't need them. I was flown here for a pilot, and then it kind of evolved into other things, a pilot audition. And it got down between me and someone else. And so I found great success, if you will, at the very beginning of me being flown here for a couple of auditions. I went back to New York City, packed up, and moved out here. Yeah, it was great. Just like with picture, you know?
Got you. And it was a coincidence. You're a New Yorker. The first IMD role you had was New York Undercover.
Oh, isn't that interesting? I've never put those two things together. Yeah, I'm playing on the, there's a New York lot.
Right.
The Warner Brothers lot. And I had to come here, to play New York. Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Wow. You have done a lot of work since you've been here, my dear. You've done a lot. Right now, there was a film called Jackie Robinson, number 42. You was one of the persons in that movie. We got a clip of another one of your pictures. It wasn't this one, but it was another picture that Monnae was in. Roll it, Tony.
This is Lisa Jefferson, shift supervisor. I understand your plane's been hijacked?
Yes. I'm Todd Beamer. I'm on United Flight 93.
Todd? If at any time you think your life is threatened, lay down the phone, but don't hang up.
Leave the line open. Do you know what they want? Money?
No, I don't.
We're going down!
Wow. That was some kind of role.
It really was. Lisa Jefferson. Yeah.
See, that's the thing people don't understand about actors and actresses. They have to act. I mean, I sometimes watch when they go through a death scene. I mean, they fall over. Just in school, they teach you how to fall dead. And whatever you doing. It's amazing. And just look at you. I was watching your reaction when you saw that video. You got right there. You were there.
Yeah, that was a very poignant. My sister and my brother-in-law at Towers.
Yes.
So, yeah. They survived, but it was a close call.
Right.
Yeah.
You were in a film called The Drop. They just completed it.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little?
I'm so excited. I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen? Tell us about it. Can you tell us about it, please? What's in it?
It's a comedy. It's a improv. It's about the role of femininity, how we define it, and I don't know if I can say this. I guess so. A woman, are you still female? Are you still feminine if you drop your baby? Sounds really strange.
Drop your baby.
You know, so I played the mother of my son, who's married to a young lady who accidentally drops her child, and everything's fine. It's not a spoiler alert.
Oh, thank you. You had me worried there.
It's a take on, are you still considered a real mom? Are you considered a real female if you are human and make a mistake? So yeah. What I loved about it is that was my first improv film, completely improv.
Yes.
And I actually passed on the first time for the audition because I didn't think I could do it. And a couple of months later, they're like, my agent said, they're calling for you. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. I never submitted for this. He's like, it's okay. They want to see you. I'm like, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
So I called my friend who's a comedian. I'm like, tell me what to do. I've never done this before. He's like, you'll be fine. And
wow.
I got the job.
Lady, I got to tell you, I was doing some research on you, and I see that you have 61 credits, but of those 61 credits, 41 of them are TV series.
Wow, you know more than I do. I've never
Yes, I've heard different reasons why people do that. What is your reason?
Well, that's where the work is, and I
Right.
would love to be. That's honestly the case.
Mm-hmm.
But I love television. I love the medium of television, film. I'm a stage actor to begin, and I love them both for different reasons. I think they have great opportunity to show an arc, to show intricacies, to tell wonderful stories. So right. I love it. Yeah.
Tony, my engineer, he knows exactly the question I'm about to ask, because when you're talking about stage, he knows that I have a bone with a lot of actors and actresses. They'll do film, they'll do television, but they won't touch that stage.
I grew up on the stage. That's my first love. And I just finished 3 months in Denver doing a world premiere called In the Upper Room, which was, oh my God, it just brought me so much joy. And the cast was superb. Gotcha. The playwright, superb. And it's being published, and it's just wonderful. If you ever have the opportunity to go back to theater or to start with theater, please do. If you're an actor, it's just, you learn so much that you can't possibly learn on a set.
Yes. I know that you got a nomination for NAACP Theater Awards. I don't know when they're going to put them back on again. I was talking the other day to some people to see if we'll know when it's going to come back. Usually everybody knows me because I'm always, for the last 8 years, I've been the announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, I talk like that. So that's just the thing. But I love the theater awards to see the people come up there. And the winner is, to see you beautiful people come up there and accept the hard work that goes into an award. A lot of people do not understand it. My goodness. We have a few more moments left, and I got to tell you, in my research of you, Monnae, I found you do commercials.
Oh, yes. The commercials brought my house, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Commercials, yes.
And we can't let you get out of here without someone seeing one of your commercials. Tony, roll it.
What do you have?
Meet the Joneses.
Some families have dreams. We have plans.
Plans for their college.
Their nationwide agent helps them insure their home, their cars.
Plans if something should happen to one of us. Plans if nothing should happen to one of us.
But Nationwide insures something more.
So we can retire and live large.
We insure their future. Auto, home, life, retirement planning. Call a Nationwide agent today and get Nationwide on your side.
Nationwide is on your side.
Where did you find that?
Search around, it's amazing. Just get on a computer and have fun. The world's unlimited.
That was my first commercial here.
My goodness.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Hit you with a sidearm. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So happy for you. My dear, unfortunately, we're out of time. We got to get you back again. It's a 17-minute slot that we gave for you. We have 2 more ladies coming up after you. Kathleen Bradley is one of the ones coming up next.
Yes.
So just want to let you know, thank you so much, Monnae, because we really appreciate what you've done. Just the best of your career continues. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much, and blessings to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, veteran actress Monnae Michell. This is the Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Just want to let folks know that we would like to let you know that we're asking for our Actor's Choice squad to help us get former baseball player Curt Flood in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Now, Curt passed away January 20th, 1997, and he was the husband of one of our wonderful guests, renowned actress Judy Pace. All you got to do is contact our office at 213-349-3941. That's 213-349-3941. Ladies and gentlemen, we sincerely thank each and every one of you for being a part of this magnificent award for a great baseball player. Roll it, Tony.
I can see clearly now you're one of the sticky ones. He loves me. I looked into you. You have an MBA from Wharton, and you're a cunning and ambitious little thing. You married a man 84 years old, a rich Louisiana sugarcane farmer for 3 years. And then 2 years into the marriage, the poor old man died.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is a former model, former singer, actress, and host. In 1971, she won the Miss Black California Award. In the 70s, she was part of 2 disco groups, The Love Machine and Destination. She's known as the Barker's Beauty on the CBS daytime show The Price is Right from 1990 to 2000, where she was the first, I say again, the first permanent African-American model on the show. And now since 1979, ladies and gentlemen, she's an actress with over 20 IMDb actor credits. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kathleen Bradley. Kathleen, how are you today, my dear? You're looking good. You're looking good.
Round of applause. Hi, Ron.
You look fabulous. Welcome back. Welcome to the Actor's Choice, indeed.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Again, it's always a pleasure. Wait, yes. But we tell our audience where you're from, ma'am.
I'm originally from Girard, Youngstown, Ohio.
Okay.
Which is not too far from Cleveland. A lot of people know Bombtown, USA, Youngstown is. But I've been here in Los Angeles since 1970, so I guess you would say I'm a California native.
You are a California native, indeed, indeed, indeed. Who don't know you in this town? Everybody knows you. Everybody knows you. Now, madam, you were, as I said earlier, the first African-American to become a Bob Barker beauty on The Price is Right for 10 years from 1999. There were 1,780 episodes. What was that like for you, ma'am?
Oh, it was a wonderful time there that I had on The Price is Right. I mean, what's not to like going to CBS working every day? And the beauty of it is we basically worked 3 days a week. When I first got there, we taped 3 shows a day in front of a live audience, which was okay because we worked 3 days and did 3 shows, and we were off. And we worked 3 weeks and we were off the rest of the time. So that's a lot of nice, good time off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then when Bob's health got a little worse, or he was getting a little older, they knocked it down to 2 shows a day, which was fine with me.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm telling you, it was just such a pleasure to be there and work with everyone. And it just, I prayed for it, I claimed it, and it was mine by divine order.
Indeed. I can see why you were able to do other things while you were doing that job too at the same time. Indeed. Indeed. Exactly. Let's see. There was a transition that you made, and you also came out with a book. Can you talk about the book?
Yes, I can. As a matter of fact, I have a couple of copies here. My book, My Labor of Love. Actually,
tell us about that book, please.
Actually, I got let go from the show after 10 years. Janice Pennington and myself. Janice was the longest reigning Barker beauty there. She had been there 29 years, 10 years, yes. So we were really let go unjustifiably, and it turned into quite a big mess. And it was what it was. But they settled with me, CBS and Fremantle, but it gave me a gag order that I couldn't do anything or talk about the show, or I was let go for I think 3 years or something.
Got you.
So, I mean, I stewed on it for a little while, but the money helped, And then after a while, I kept thinking about it. I want to write a book. I kept talking about it. And finally, I did it. It was truly a labor of love. It is a good read, an easy read, and it talks about my 10 years on the show. So it delves in a little bit to my past history at home and bringing up, because, we are a product of our environment, and having been from Ohio and raised there. Was a great, wonderful education for me. And, my character, build character with the seasons and the changes of the weather and all that stuff. So, it's made for a better transition into trying to develop myself when I came out here initially.
Yes. For anyone who's interested, where can they get the book from?
Well, you can go on Amazon, and I think it's on Barnes and Nobles as well. But you can always go on Amazon and get it. And it's, like I said, a lot of good photos in here. I like a good book with photos. I mean, I have like 2 sections of photos. It's a good read. People will enjoy it. It has been out for quite a while, but it's still getting good reviews. And every time I'm able to go on to talk shows such as yours or podcasts or what have you, I always pitch the book and the sales do go up. But
all right.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll pitch it, but let people see this, what you're doing today, and they'll go buy some more. That's what it's all about.
Right. We'll buy that book.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 1979. You got your first IMDb category for a television show called Good Times.
Oh, yes, it was. Boy, that was it. That was one of my very first TV series or shows I did.
Yes.
And that was like shortly after I left the Love Machine, because I left the Love Machine in 1978.
Right.
And then I just really pursued my acting, modeling career a little bit more. And that was one of the nice little gigs I landed. And I think I did like 2 shows on there, but it was just, an incredible time there, and working on the back lots and just going into the show and the rehearsals to see how that in front of a live audience,
Yes.
people that really aren't aware of it. Nowadays, they have little laugh things going into the shows and TV shows for the laugh, but this is really in front of the live audience. You dare not mess up.
They're not.
And meeting everybody and the whole cast.
Right.
I mean, just what an iconic show. Who thought that would turn out to be as big as it is? But it was just great meeting everybody and being around Janae Dubois and Bernadette Staines and John Amos. And oh my gosh. And the most incredible thing about when I did that show, oddly enough, on the lot where we were taping, you will never guess who was there.
Who?
Duke Ellington.
Oh my goodness.
In the lot, he had to be performing somewhere on one of the other stages.
Wow.
And I had a chance to meet Duke Ellington. I mean, what are the chances,
Yes.
right? It was
Duke
incredible.
Ellington.
The Duke himself.
Wow. When you're on a set, where's the fun places to go on a set? Place you like to go?
What do you mean on set?
When you're on set and you're in your trailer or you're doing something else, what is your favorite when you're on set?
Oh, shoot. When I'm on set or if I'm on location or something like that and
Yes.
traveling, it's in my contract. I have to go play golf.
Get out! Is that right? Sam does. What's his name? Sam Jackson does the same thing. Sammy Jackson. Sam Jackson has the same in his country.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
I try to slip it in there somewhere, but because the perfect example, I'm going to be hosting a big event at 4th of July weekend in Orlando, Florida. It's a huge, big Orlando, Florida music festival, jazz festival. And it's James Watson Jr., the producer, not the actor. James Watson Jr. is the producer of this. And he's had many different promotions and concerts before. And unfortunately, last year I was supposed to do it, but because of COVID, everything went haywire for everyone. But I'm going to be doing that and hosting with Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, nevertheless. So that's going to be fun. He and I doing that. It's a 4-day event right down there in Orlando. There are plenty of good golf courses down there, honey. I will be playing golf at day and hosting at night.
Wow, you love golf. That's great. I
do. I've played in a lot of tournaments, celebrity tournaments like Cedric the Entertainer, Anthony Anderson has his, Kiki Shepard. There are so many, and also they're all for great causes and great fundraisers. And what better way of having fun and getting back to the community? And for all these wounded warriors, Fred Williamson has his. We go to all the time. We just went to Pachanga and did one there on the Indian reservation for just people in need and homeless and City of Hope and everything. It's just wonderful. I love it.
Kathleen, 1989. You're in a movie. Brief scene, but you were in that movie. It was called Harlem Nights. Oh, what a movie.
Very brief. As a matter of fact, they've been showing it quite a bit on HBO, really running a lot. And, I still get residual people. All you all out there wondering why you should get into show business. The residuals are the kickers.
That's right.
You probably make more money from the residuals than you do for the actual shooting of the movie or TV show or what have you. And that's just the nature of the beast, which is great. I was actually pregnant with my son, Terrence, and he's 32 right now. Going to be 32, and I was pregnant with him in that elevator. And oddly enough, Danny Aiello, what a great guy to have a scene with, and that doesn't hurt your credits any. And also Tommy Ford, God rest his soul. He passed away several years ago. He and I were the ones in the elevator, people, when we were laughing. And Danny Aiello opens and said, "Hey, ma'am, are you with him?" After he punched him out, and I said, "No, I'm not." That was it.
Kathleen, guess what?
That was enough.
Guess what? We just happened to have that clip. Roll it, Tony.
Roll that clip.
Sergeant Phil Tone. Are you with this gentleman?
No, I'm not.
Short. It was short, but like you said, residual.
Sweet. I look so cute. I wish I had more airtime. But I mean, God, I knew Richard Pryor. Eddie Murphy was a good friend of mine who I dated a while back, and he was the one really initially instrumental for just giving me the little part. And of course, Red Fox, the Love Machine, the singing group I was with, people, the 7 girls singing, dancing. Yes. We were like Tina Turner, Beyonce, and the Temptations all rolled up into one. I mean, we were high energy. And we worked with Red Fox for many years. Yes. We opened his shows in Las Vegas and what have you. And with Sammy Davis Jr., Circles in the Round, and traveled with him and his little entourage. He was something else. Bless his soul. And Tom Jones, and Julio Iglesias.
Right.
Oh my God, what a great time that was as well.
It was. I was in that movie. I'm in that movie. I was an extra in that movie. Remember the scene where they were at the fight, and there was the black section?
Oh, in Harlem Nights?
In Harlem Nights, yes.
Oh gosh, I have to look for. Were you kind of known? I mean, could you see and pick you out?
Oh yeah, I see myself. I got about 3 seconds on there. And every time I said, "Hey, I know that guy. That's me."
All right, I would have to look for that one. Okay.
Right. I think I was in another scene too when we went out to where was it on Long Beach for the Queen Mary. We did a shout out there.
Oh, but the thing about that, it was really ahead of its time, having all that opulence and all that wealth that Black people had and doing what they were doing. Actually, when it came out, the studios were really kind of frowned upon even wanting to do it because they didn't want to see, that's a true story. They didn't want to see Black people driving those cars. Everybody was clean. I mean, they had riches, Richard Pryor, and everybody was just killing it, man. And Eddie Murphy and oh my God, it was just, all the riches and all the Black people were prospering and doing really good things, so they have to look like, what? You want to have elegant Black people on the screen? Come on.
Wow, that's interesting. I just learned something. Thank you.
Yes, that movie's 31 years old.
Now, and as you know, when they put you on the movie like that, you haven't aged a bit. You haven't aged a bit. I haven't aged a bit.
Thank you. I try not to.
Go ahead.
Another movie. Get the old tape out, tape it up here.
Amen. Amen. Kathleen. Amen. 1995, you did a movie called Friday.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. Friday, the original Friday, people. Miss Parker. What a great role that was. And it's an iconic role, that's something that's always going to live with me for life. And I am so happy and grateful to have been in that movie with so many other major people who've gone on to do so many other wonderful things, and comedians and actors and Regina King and Devo and so many people. I can't even name them right now. My head's spinning. But we did that movie. It's been 26 or 27 years, I think. Yeah, 27 years.
What do people say to you when they see you, when they meet you? What do they say to you?
They say, "Hi, Miss Parker." I say, "Hi, boys." And my grandson, he's 14 years old. And he walks around saying, "Hey, Miss Parker. Hi, Miss Parker." I said, "I'm going to get you." I start saying, "You're little Mr. Parker." He does. "Hi, Miss Parker."
Proud.
But I don't mind it. I don't indeed mind it one bit.
Got you. Now, I understand you just competed 2 films, Mad World and I'm Black and I'm Proud. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Right. Mad World was a short film, and I played a character in there called Iconic. And this person, she was just like a soothsayer. And the girl who was surrounded by, she had all these dreams and aspirations to want to do things, and she doubted herself. And she didn't know which way, which direction to go into to better herself. So it's kind of like Alice in Wonderland. She meets all these different characters, and she ends up being very strong and very self-confident. And so that was one thing I did. The Black and I'm Proud, I think that's the one now that they changed the name to Checks and Balances.
Okay.
Is that the one you were looking at? The one Checks and Balances.
Yes.
Yeah, I did do a Black and I'm Proud. I can't even remember. It was such a while back, I think, if I did that one. But the more recent is Checks and Balances.
Yes.
That is with Ro Brooks. And Ro told me to tell you hello.
Yes, Brother Ro. I know him real well. Nice guy.
Yes, and he is my manager as
well as
acting. He's got a host of great.
Yes, he does. As an actor, too. Yes.
Brooks Talent Management. He's doing very well. He's got a lot of actors and people working.
Mm-hmm.
And, so it's a perfect fit for he and I to be working together. And plus, we worked in that film. It was a short film as well. And you can see it on All Black. It just actually came out last week on May 19th on All Black channel. You can see it called Checks and Balances. This is a very deep movie. It's going to really cause for a lot of conversation because what's happening with it about Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King and all of our Black heroes, and even the unjust killings of all the youth and Trayvon Martin and everything. And it's really about getting retribution, getting back at some of these folks who never really got the right kind of punishment that they should have. So some people have to take it in their own hands. See, but the thing is, they're very educated doctors, wife and the husband. And that's Ro. He's the lead actor in here. And then I forget the young lady who's wife in it, but and it's really great.
I'll tell him you said that. I'll be talking to him later today, for sure.
Yes, okay.
For sure.
Good.
Okay.
Right.
We got just a few more minutes left. Let's see. A Day of Trouble, you did that one.
A Day of Trouble, right. Did we talk? I saw you showed the clip at the very beginning, though, A House Divided.
Uh-huh.
Talk about it. And that I did on the first season. It's a great series. It's been around. It's on its 5th season now. I did the first series, the first season. And actually, I got killed at the very beginning. I'm the matriarch of the whole family, very wealthy, living in Malibu. My husband's a banker, and this little young girl sashaying her behind around here and doing all this and that. And she watches me really die. She could have saved me, but she didn't care to. But after 5 seasons, they brought me back as, of course, like an apparition, a ghost. Okay. I came back to haunt everybody, all my husband, and saying, why did you do this? And so it is a really great series. It's been getting a lot of good acclaim. And it actually was up for an Emmy, a couple of Emmys, daytime Emmys, and what have you. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, obviously, he's starring in that as well.
Got you. We got just a few moments left. I just want to show a picture of a young man who's your son.
My son, Terrence Red.
Yes.
Yes.
AKA Sir Reddington. Amen. All right.
And he's just about to get a record deal, too. So we're going to talk more about that later.
Yes.
When he gets that deal. Finally, he's so talented. And thank you for sharing it with people with Sir Reddington. Because he is a very good, nice gentleman and just my boy. He's been at it a long time in this industry.
Got you. Kathleen, thank you very much for being with us today. And do come back again. Do come back again.
I will. I shall be back, people. Get your book.
It's their book. Copy. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathleen Bradley. This is the Actor's Choice. I'm Ron Brewington. Roll it, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is an actor, director, singer, choreographer. Do you get that feeling as you saw her watching her just performing? And if that's not enough, this lady is an educator specializing in musical theater. Wow. Have we got a guest today? So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shelly Cooper. Greetings, Shelley, and welcome to the Actor's Choice. Where are you from originally, my dear?
I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, as they call it. Oh yeah. You are quite a singer, quite a lot of things. They call you the singing actor?
Yes.
My goodness, but you've worked hard to get that name.
Yes, I have.
I asked the question, what made you do what you do?
Goodness. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I think, I've changed so much throughout the years, but I really haven't. It started when I was in kindergarten. I was in a nursery rhyme play, and I loved that feeling of being on the stage, but I also loved the feeling of supporting my classmates in the show too, and kind of helping them gain their confidence, thus the directing side of things as well. And I've just been doing it ever since. It's what makes me feel whole. I feel like if you need to get to know me, watch me sing something or watch me perform something. So,
Madam, where I come from, we don't say we sing, we say you sang, and you
sang. I love it.
That you do, my goodness. The gift of God is what I call a tremendous voice.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
How you take care of that voice?
Sleep, a lot of hydration, and training. I mean, you have to warm it up and take care of it every single day. And so yes. Being so cognizant of, and especially with COVID going around, masking up all the time and just being really careful and vigilant about hand sanitizer. But a lot of training and just a lot of working at it every single day, just a little bit every day, not overkill.
Got you. 60 Minutes had a guy by the name of Jonas Kaufman. Does that name sound familiar?
Oh, yes.
He had some kind of a device, or he was coughing into it and singing into it and just keeping that voice together.
Yes.
There's another, I don't know how real this is, but people with your voice, you go and have insurance on it, don't you?
I don't have insurance on it, but I mean, I take care of it. And it's something that I will wake up in the middle of the night and make a tone just to make sure that it isn't gone. I'm serious. I do this every now and again. I get paranoid. Is it gone? Is my favorite thing gone?
Well, at least you know their limits. That's the whole idea. You know that there are limits. 100%. What did you do when the first time that you did you recognize that you had a talent? What did you do?
That's a great question. So the first time I recognized that I had any kind of like acting talent, my kindergarten teacher told my mom to put me in drama school. So I started going to after school drama school from first grade all the way through 8th grade. But singing came at about age 13. I noticed that I could at least carry a tune. And then I kept working on it. But it was one of those things I remember warming up for high school choir. And they usually said, okay, now, if you can't reach these notes, just, stop singing. And one day I decided to not stop. And I was just going to go and go and go and go. And I just sang until the very end. And so that was kind of, I still remember that moment and going, wait a minute, that came out of me? So.
Outstanding. You've had previous teaching engagements at the Mahadol University in Bangkok, Thailand?
That's correct. Yeah.
Oh. You've been busy.
I have been busy. Blessed.
And don't forget that you're a musical theater voice specialist at the University of Central Florida?
Yes, in Orlando. That's where I got my master's from.
Oh, my dear, you are you got it. What haven't you done yet?
Skydive.
Really?
Yeah, I have not skydived.
Wow. What does your family think about what their child is doing?
They're incredibly proud. I was blessed to have parents that were incredibly supportive of my career and what I do. And neither of my parents are in the arts, but they never discouraged me from the arts. And same with my aunts and uncles, same thing. They weren't involved in the arts, but they never shied away from it. And in fact, got interested in it because of me. So it's really, I'm very blessed in that regard.
Interesting. I know this might sound a little bit crazy, but I have a bone to pick with actors and actresses. Really.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them refuse to get up on that stage. They'll do film, they'll do theater, TV, but they won't get up on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness, I wish they would do that. That's where you grow as I'm told this too many times by too many people. You can see it yourself, and you do musical theater. Wow.
Well, I mean, to me, I guess I don't really. My opinion is there's just two very different skill sets. Film and TV is really difficult in its own medium, and theater is really difficult and vulnerable in its own medium. I mean, what is challenging about theater is it's ephemeral, meaning it never remains the same. It's always changing no matter who's in the audience or how you're feeling that day. And so to me, I love that. I love the fact that it keeps me on my toes like that. Yeah. It can freak other people out for sure.
That's for sure. A place called Broadway. Your thoughts about that place?
Oh, horrible. No, I'm just kidding. I love Broadway. And it's always been super, super inspiring for me. Well, what I think is even more interesting, though, is how the regional market and how the off-Broadway scene is starting to gain more of a footing as well. And you're seeing just as much quality performances in regional theater around the United States, but also off-Broadway as well. So I think that the market is expanding in a really positive way.
That says it. Said it all. Indeed. I forgot to mention, folks, she's also an assistant professor of musical theater at Augustine College in Rock Island, Illinois.
That's correct. Yep.
Busy lady.
Busy.
Wearing many hats. Let me see. You wear many hats, director, actor, choreographer, educator specializing in musical theater. How do you do it?
I mean, I have a lot of energy and I have a lot of passion for it. It fuels me. It fuels my life. And so that helps a lot with all of that for sure.
What's that expression, break a leg? But I know sometimes for a lot of actors, they get up on the stage and they take the stage. They do a magnificent job.
Yes.
There's no take two or take three.
No, and that's a big part of it is that, once you're out there, you're exposed. It's, you can't really hide behind anything and you don't get that take two, which personally I love. But I know some people, it kind of freaks them out versus vice versa. If I knew that I had like 20 takes, I'd probably screw it up 20 times because I was like, well, I got another time I can do it. So here we go.
Shelly, something else. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a short list of just some of the places that Shelly has performed in all over the world. You ready? Orlando Philharmonic Orchestra, Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, Monroe Symphony, Chicago Summer Opera, Bangkok Theater Festival, and the Venetian Macao at Macao, China.
So the Venetian, it's just like the Venetian in Vegas. No, it's okay. It's just like the Venetian in Vegas, but Macau is the Vegas of the East. Okay. So I was there for 6 months. It was a wild time.
My dear, when do you have a chance to slip? Okay, I got a bunch of films, a couple of pictures we want to show. Tony, can you go with the first one, please? Shelly Cooper, ladies and gentlemen. Can you tell us what's going on there?
I can't see any pictures right now.
Oh, you can't? Oh my goodness. You can't. Okay, we got you standing up there. Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. We assume that you did. Okay. That's okay. Moving right along, just shows different people that cast that you've been working with over the years. Just a fun thing to see you get up on the stage. And can you go to the next one, Tony? Because she'll be seeing this later when we send her a copy of the show. There you are with an umbrella, dressed out to the T. And then the next one, let's see what's the next one looking like. There you are. It could be family members right there. I think that's family members right there. A picture you sitting on a stone wall there. Next one, please, Tony. There you are up, in costume with the guy. You're behind the guy. You'll see it. You'll love it when you see it.
Okay.
Then the next one. Go ahead, Matt, sir. There you go. There you go. All right. Outstanding. And then the next one is we want to talk about for just a second. La Divina, the last interview of Maria Callas. I took that one out of your website. You do have a beautiful website.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Tell us about what that was for you.
Oh, I would say what it still is, honestly. So I wrote this show. I said it was born out of rejection. I thought I was going to get cast in one show and I didn't. And I was really sad about it. And then I took a week and decided I wanted to write my own thing, which has sort of been the trajectory of my career ever since. And so I wrote La Divina, the last interview of Maria Callas, based on the 20th century dramatic opera singer Maria Callas herself. And I have been performing it since 2010. And I took it to Orlando Fringe Festival and won Best Individual Performance in a Drama. And then I took it to the 2021 Hollywood Fringe Festival and won Pick of the Fringe, Solo Splash, and a gold medal from TV Lucian, and so on and so forth. It was really, it's been wonderful experience for me. And then I will take it off Broadway this fall on October 8th at United Solo Fest.
That's an education for what you're doing. It's a testimony, and thank you for doing that for such a talented lady. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
What advice would you give to people who want to get into this business?
I say perform repertoire, do things that you find joy and passion in. Don't do things that you think casting directors or other people are going to like to see you in, because your career will be very short and not very fulfilling. Doing the things that give you passion, that you're excited about, that ignite the fire in you, will keep you lasting in this career a whole lot longer. It is brutal, it is competitive, and it can take a lot from you, so you might as well not let it take your joy.
Wow. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Oof. We have a few moments, but we said let's close with this performance. It's a video. Here's Shelly Cooper, BAM's virtual series 2020. You did this. Roll it, Tony.
Thank you.
Wow, outstanding.
Thank you.
Stuff. Woo. We call it things and stuff and things. Wow.
I appreciate it, Ron.
Beautiful. Shelly, thank you. Please continue what you're doing with those marvelous talents that you have. Many thanks to Philip Sokolov, a good friend, both of us. Take good care.
Thank you so much, Ron. It's been such a pleasure.
Same here. Ladies and gentlemen, Shelly Cooper. I want to thank our sponsors, Harry Braverman, Photography as an Art, Ron Irvin's Lose Life, The Way to Lose Weight, Larry Beaver's Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, State Farm agent Carla Green, and veteran actor Rob Brownstein's Actor Training School and Actor Space. And much thanks to our guest today, actress Monnae Michell, actress Kathleen Bradley, and actor, director, choreographer, and singer Shelly Cooper. And of course, special thanks to our ever-growing audience. We thank you so much for listening to us. Be well. We'll see you next time.